music played before. You and no one else I know has crazy harmony, lazy melody, and they call it jazz. Say what you will, you can't keep still while they're playing. You can't resist, you softly twist while you're swaying. Hear that trombone with that peculiar moaning, that saxophone with that peculiar groaning. They're playing some. Just hear that drum, don't you think that music's grand? Something they do I never knew, just makes me feel oh so good that I can throw myself away. Susan, give me the jazz when they play that razzmatazz. I'm gone when I hear that jazz band play. Say what you will, you can't keep still while they're playing. You can't resist, you softly twist while you're swaying. Hear that trombone with that peculiar moaning, that saxophone with that peculiar groaning. They're playing some. Just hear that drum, don't you think that music's right? Something they do I never knew, just makes me feel oh so good that I can throw myself away. Susan, give me the jazz when they play that razzmatazz. I'm gone when I hear that jazz band play.
As some of the language you'll hear on Blood on the Microphone can be adult in nature, this program is intended for a mature audience. Listener discretion is strongly advised.
Meanwhile, in his foam rubber pigsty in Westminster, Maryland, Big Hoggy has big plans for his enemies. And then he's interrupted by Little Hoggy.
Hi, Daddy. What are you doing?
This will work perfectly. I won't even see this coming.
Mama, Daddy's got the law books out again.
Oh, it's you. Get in here so I can explain this to you.
Okay, Daddy.
You see, where I made the mistake last time was filing criminal charges against these foul miscreants. It was foolish of me to do it, and I admit that I was a fool to do it. But now, we will take them to civil court. Look at this document.
I don't know what any of those words say, Daddy.
You idiot. It's a court document that shows that I have filed a plaintiff's complaint, a request of injunction, declaratory relief, and damages.
If you think that's important.
Of course it's important, you young idiot. Look who I'm going to be suing for everything they got. Here, look at these defendants here.
John Doe, Robert Rowe, and Peter Poe. Are them the fellers what put that foam rubber door on the house what had the handle ripped off?
No, you bumbling clown. My God, I'm amazed that something like you could spring from my intelligent loins. What this is an anonymous civil suit filing. This gives me 60 days to send summonses to the 3 people who are currently identified only by the pseudonym John Doe, Robert Rowe, and Peter Poe. But we all know who those 3 individuals really are.
Yeah, Daddy, we sure do. They're the 3 guys that put the door on our house.
No, you idiot! Who have I been trying to put in jail since February? Oh, that Schmalfeld idiot and his boss, Brett Kimberlin, who rules everything from his lair in Bethesda, Maryland, where he controls the weather and the tides and the sunrise and sunset, and their lickspittle lackey, Neil Rauhauser.
Well, why didn't you just not put their name there on the thing where you sue them?
Oh, I cannot believe I have to explain this to you. You see, if I did that, then they monitor the Maryland court database. They would see their names popping up, and they would be prepared to defend themselves. Exactly. Now, since the defendants are only listed as John Doe, Robert Rowe, and Peter Poe, those names don't pop up when you do a search for Schmalfeld or Kimberlin or Rauhauser, now do they?
Oh, I guess not.
Of course not. Now, the court gave me 3 writs of summons on the 2nd of April. I have 60 days to file these summonses to the individuals I'm going to sue. Oh, and then they'll have 30 days to respond. Oh, this will be so fun. This will be so exciting. I know Schmalfeld sits atop a pile of riches, and so does Kimberlin, and we'll finally be able to get some home maintenance done.
Daddy?
What?
What if they just throw your suit out like they did with your court cases?
Don't you have some Tinker Toys to play with?
You threw those away, Daddy. You said that they were the toys of Satan.
Well, go play with your underwear then. I've got things to do.
I only have the one pair, Daddy. You said that more than one pair of underwear was a sin.
Well, find something to do and stop bothering me.
Okay. I got a nose full of boogers I could be working on.
Yes, do that. I'm busy. Let's see here. The party of the first part being me. The party of the second part, well, we won't identify that person yet. Oh, this is my most brilliant plot ever.
Who knows what evil lurks in the hearts of men?
The liberal grouch knows.
The liberal grouch, Bill Schmalfeld, a man of meager means, a student of science, and a master of other people's minds, devotes his life to righting wrongs, solving crimes, protecting the innocent, and punishing the guilty. Using advanced methods that may ultimately become available to all law enforcement agencies, Schmalfeld is known to the evil Breitbart Empire as the Liberal Grouch. Never seen, only heard, a seemingly supernatural nemesis as haunting to the superstitious mind of a right-winger moron, as a ghost, as inevitable as a guilty conscience. The liberal grouch has vowed that only death will end his quest for social justice. And when that day happens, and his voice is silenced, it will surely be as the result of blood on the microphone.
I hate to have to start the show by correcting someone, but hi there, I'm Bill Schmalfeld, the Liberal Grouch. This is Blood on the Microphone. Our show today is Things to Be Afraid of. And W.J.J. Hogue, his most recent Twitter mention imitates Orson Welles. He has in brackets, imitates Orson Welles. Who knows what skullduggery lurks in the hearts of men? Idiot. that was not the voice of Orson Welles. Orson Welles, for a time, did play Lamont Cranston, who was the Shadow. But that was the voice of the announcer at the beginning of the show. It was not Orson Welles, you fool. You're older than I am, Hogue. You should know that stuff. Try a little harder next time. Also, Kimberlyn Unmasked, the unwashed, unwiped Facebook, Twitter presence, has decided that those of us who took our Twitter accounts private have done so at the orders of Brett Kimberlin. It just tickles the shit out of me how every move we make is somehow coordinated by the evil Brett Kimberlin. This most recent tweet from Kimberlyn Unmasked, who never gets anything right. I cannot, I've been following this clown for a few weeks now, and he has never been right about anything. Here's his most recent tweet. He says, "Are the members of Team Kimberlyn being reassigned to different duty?" Okay, he's right about that. He is correct about that. I've been assigned kitchen duty. I think ex-Citizen 10 is working the latrines. Breitbart Unmasked, he's going to be scrubbing out the sinks and stuff like that. So, yeah, Brett has checked off the list of things we're supposed to be taking care of. But one thing none of us seems to have to worry about, at least for the moment, is anything legal. Your whole everybody contact the Howard County State's Attorney thing collapsed on itself, except for one thing. There was one person who got a response. You know me, I'm generally not the rub it in kind of guy or anything like that, and I probably wouldn't even be talking about this if it were not for one particular little ironic twist. I've already received word from the Carroll County State's Attorney. I have a copy of an email from him to my attorney saying that as of tomorrow, Friday, the cases on record filed by Hoggy against myself and Brett Kimberlin are going to be dropped, going to be nolli prost, as they say in the legal community. But then yesterday, Wednesday, I received this letter from the District Court of Maryland for Howard County, and it's a Form 4-508.1 Order for Expungement of Police and Court Records. Well, having found that Schmalfelt William, and then they give my address, is entitled to expungement of the police records pertaining to his/her arrest, detention, or confinement on or about 3/1/2013 at Ellicott City. Basically, they say, 3/1. Isn't that the same day that Aaron Walker had his little butt hurt when Brett Kimberlin did the series of rectangles around the frightened and weeping Mrs. Walker, causing her to have a fit of some sort, and she was too scared to check under the car for bombs after that for a couple of hours. I don't know. But what this does is says that basically my records are expunged, which I expected they would be. I mean, that can't stay on the records forever, that some dickhead named Lee Stranahan and Aaron Walker filed charges against me that had absolutely no merit, and the state's attorney dropped the charges because, they have, real criminals to prosecute. That in and of itself was nice, but I wasn't really going to dwell on it much until I turned to page 2, and I see the certificate of compliance. And it mentions the day I have complied with the order for expungement of records dated 3/22/2013, entered in the above captioned case, State of Maryland versus Schmalfeld William, the 8th of April, 2013. Why does that day sound familiar? April 8th. April 8th. Hey! That's the same day you little morons had your Everybody blog about Howard County Day, isn't it? April 8th? Looks like I'm the only one that got any response, and I didn't even blog to him. On this 8th day of April 2013, I have complied with the order for expungement of records dated 3/22/2013 in the above captioned case. Well, thank you, fellas. Thank you, Aaron. Thank you, Hoggy. Thank you, Stranahan. And may you all live long and painful lives. You never say my name anymore in your stupid blogs. And there's such bitterness in your posts like your rabid dogs. You're trying hard not to show it, Walker. But Stranny and Hoggy, you know it. You've lost your court proceedings. All of your court proceedings. You've lost your court proceedings. Now they're gone, gone, gone. Whoa, whoa. Now there's no daily post in your blogs where you taunt my name, where you would brag and boast to your readers about my shame. It must make you feel like crying, dumbass. 'Cause dipshits, that's your payment for lying. You've lost your court proceedings. All of your court proceedings. You've lost your court proceedings and they're gone, gone, gone. Whoa, whoa. Stranny Hoggy, just drop down on your knees for me. And join your boyfriend, Walker, kneeling behind me, yeah. And pick a spot to kiss my ass till I tell you to stop. And don't mess it up with slop. Stranny, Walker, Hoggy, just beg of me, please. You need your home, you need your car, you need your cash, you need your teeth. So pray I don't sue, so pray I don't sue, pray I don't sue. It's what I could do. You've lost your court proceedings. All of your court proceedings. You've lost your court proceedings and they're gone, gone, gone. And this can't go on, no. You've lost your court proceedings.
You are listening to
Blood on the Microphone.
Howdy,
friends and neighbors, Lee Strangamahan here again, inviting you to get your sick and perverted asses down here to Lee Strangamahan's Purloin Pussy Palace and meet our new dancing girl. She's a hoochie coochie that'll make you go smoochy. I know that didn't make no sense, but it was the best I could do on the spur of the moment.
Hi, boys. I'm Candy Mandy, the Liberty Chunk.
That's right, boys and girls, and she dances real purty, too. Now, they won't let her get all the way down naked, because that's a law here in Texas. Girls can't get naked.
Yes, they can.
No, honey, I think they made this law just for you.
Oh.
Yeah, the legislature hurried back down to Austin and passed that bill in record time once they heard you was coming to work here. But she wiggles and she jiggles like a bowl full of jelly. Hell, we pass out sticks for people to touch her with, just so you can see her jiggle. It's a thing to behold.
Hey, tickle something fierce.
Now settle down there, honey. You're making little Hoggy all nauseous and nervous and everything. And speaking of something fierce, we got us truckloads and truckloads of purloin pussy. Pussy for every taste.
Boys might like some of what I got.
Now you keep your pants on there, Liberty Chunk. Remember, you're not... No.
Never let me have no fun.
There's a law against that sort of thing, far as you're concerned there, sweetheart. Anyway, bring it on down to Lee Strangamahan's Purloin Pussy Palace, the place for the pussy. You'll find us wherever the hell we are. Just follow the stench till you get to Lee Strangamahan's Purloin Pussy Palace.
Greetings. My name is R. Casey McStain, managing editor of Viral Screed and my own blog, The Other McStain. I realize for many of you, this is the first time you are hearing my voice, and for that I apologize. I lost my voice box due to years of excessive smoking and drinking cheap alcohol. If you purchase any of the items for sale at Team Kimberlin's store on cafepress.com, you are contributing to the downfall of Western civilization. Team Kimberlin stands against everything we hold dear, educating young people about the importance of voting. Who thinks that's a good idea? A bunch of pot-smoking, red-eyed slackers going to the polls and voting for Democrats. And the National Parkinson Foundation. Really? God wanted these shaky, wobbly old bastards to have Parkinson's, or he would not have blessed them with the disease. If you go interfering with God's law, well, you're in a heap of trouble. So do not go to www.cafepress.com/Team Kimberlin and purchase any of their wide assortment of t-shirts, hats, hoodies, sweats, cups, keychains, mouse pads, or cute little doggy jackets. You're just going to wind up making things worse for the 1%, and we cannot let that happen. Now, where's that bottle of Mad Dog 2020 I was promised for cutting this spot?
Never mind the bollocks. Here's Team Kimberlin with all that nice stuff that's going to make you look cool and help fight for social justice at the same time. 50% of the proceeds from the sale of each item goes to the Justice Through Music Project, an organization that uses famous musicians and bands to organize and educate and activate young people about the importance of civil rights, human rights, and voting. The other 50% goes to the National Parkinson Foundation, which works with Parkinson's patients and their caregivers to help them endure the daily challenges of this disease that affects some 1.5 million Americans, with 50,000 new diagnoses each year. So visit www.cafepress.com/Team Kimberlin today and shop until it feels good. Remember, as R. Casey McStain says,
Where's my damn bottle of wine?
Blood on the microphone.
and to tell you a little something about the mentality of these bright bots, you know, as far as our Team Kimberlin merchandise goes, I mean, there's got to be over 100 different items there at cafepress.com/Team Kimberlin. There's keychains, there's wallets, there's iPad covers, there's mouse pads, sweats, hoodies, you name it, we got it. And what's the one thing that the Brightbots focus on? The underwear. That's right. Even adults like WJJ Hogue think it's funny to poke fun at the underwear. And the slimeball Kimberlin Unmask thought it was just hilarious when somebody put a picture of his Brett Kimberlin caricature on the thong bikini we sell, and made a wiener joke out of it too, because the boys and girls have been having just all kinds of fun with Anthony Weiner thinking about running for Congress, for a mayor of New York. Yeah, these are adults we're dealing with. These are people to be afraid of, afraid that they ever actually get into power. And as it turns out, Rand Paul seems to be afraid of telling the truth to black people. It was awkward enough for the senator from Kentucky yesterday when he went before the traditionally black Howard University students and told them that he never wavered in his support for the 1964 Civil Rights Act. Rachel Maddow gave him a good spanking last night. She said it's one thing to have a sketchy record on racial discrimination and basic civil rights law that you don't want to defend. It's another thing to be condescending enough to think you can get away with flat-out lying about it. Now, I don't have an actual tape of the gathering at Howard University yesterday, but I think we can pretty well imagine how it went, can't we?
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming today. You know it is our policy at Howard University to hear from political viewpoints all across the political spectrum, even on occasions those that we might not find ourselves readily in agreement with. It is with that spirit in mind today that we ask you to sit politely and welcome Kentucky Senator Rand Paul. Senator Paul, welcome to Howard University.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here. Yo, homies, what up? Say, my neighbors. What? Oh, that's right. You're only allowed to call each other that. Okay. You have to understand, I'm from Kentucky, and most of the black folks we deal with there on a daily basis are serving breakfast. Anyway, I'm grateful for the opportunity to come and speak to you today, and I appreciate the fact that so many of you are not walking out right now, although many of you are. I just wanted to start out by asking a question. Raise your hand if you knew that Democrats were the ones who passed the Jim Crow laws in the South, and that Abraham Lincoln was a Republican. Huh? Did you know that? Huh? So were the first black legislators and founders of the NAACP. Would everyone here know that they were Republicans? Well, there's a guy who knows. And one of the first popularly elected Negro, black senator, Afro-American senators was a Republican, Edwin Brooke of Massachusetts.
Edward, you idiot!
That's right, Edward Brooke of Massachusetts. Now, I understand that I'm probably not the most obvious choice for the Republicans to use as a spearhead. You get it? Yeah, spears and to outreach to African Americans. Matter of fact, my first foray into the national spotlight came back in 2010 when I criticized the Civil Rights Act of 1964. Not because I don't think you should be equal to us, but because I thought it encroached on property rights, and I thought ending segregation should have been left to a free market. I mean, eventually, you're left to a free market. Eventually, you all would have been freed anyway, right? Am I right? Who's with me here? But anyway, here I am, a guy who once presumed to discuss a section of the Civil Rights Act. No, I've never wavered in my support for civil rights or the Civil Rights Act, although I am on record as having criticized it. I'm not on record as actually having opposed it. Now, the dispute, if there is one, has always been how much of the remedy should come under federal or state or private purview. You see, you understand, right? I was just concerned about the nice throw. I was just concerned about the ramifications of certain portions of the Civil Rights Act that go beyond race. Like, forcing businesses to have to hire people that they might not want to hire because of skin tone or the texture of your hair or the funny way some of you smell. I'm not telling you anything you don't know. It's like I told Rachel Maddow. She's a lesbian. Does that everybody here know that? So again, I'll talk to anybody about anything. What I told her was, when it gets into this, is you decide that restaurants are publicly owned and not privately owned. Do you say? Do you say you should have the right to bring your gun into a restaurant, even though the owner of the restaurant says, "Well, no, we don't want to have guns in here," and the bar says, "We don't want guns in here because people might start drinking and fighting and shooting each other"? And does the owner own the restaurant, or does the government own the restaurant? And it's the same thing with colored people. I can see I'm not breaking through to you. Maybe if I talk a little slower. Hello? I see that banner in the back of the room there. Howard University doesn't support white supremacy. Neither do I. I think blacks are... I think Afro-Americans are just as supreme as anybody else. I mean, in an Oreo cookie, you got two dark sections for that white section in the middle. And you can't have an Oreo cookie without the black part and the white part. It just goes together so well. So anyway, raise your hand if you've ever smoked crack cocaine. Oh, come on now. This is a group of Afro-Americans. Certainly more of you must have. Well, look at the time. Look, I seem to have overstayed my... look, I don't want to be associated with racists. I mean, should we limit racists from speaking? I did. I don't want to be associated with those people, but I don't want to limit their speech in any way in the sense that, we tolerate boorish and uncivilized behavior because that's one of the things that freedom requires is that we allow people to be boorish and uncivilized, but that doesn't mean we approve of it. Which is why we've put up with so much from minorities over the years, right? Am I right? Am I right? Look. Try to see it from my point of view. Could you, would you stop yelling? Would you just stop yelling for a minute? Dad, they're yelling, Dad!
God, I wish I could still legally whip you people. I wish I could still legally put you in chains. I wish I could still...
경의하는 김종훈 동지의 혁명활동 소식을 여러 나라에서 보도했습니다. 러시아 신문 조국을 위하여 복무함, 인디아의 피타이 통신과 신문들인 인디안 엑스프레스.
We've been threatened by you since I don't know when. Will we make up our mind? It must come to an end. Look at you now. Will you ever learn? We don't know how. Why you suddenly lose control? You're a raging, insane asshole. Just one look at you says everything. You're a nut who plans to risk everything. Oh, North Korea. There you go again. Good Lord, what's your fucking issue? North Korea, set to blow again. My, do you need a tissue? We know you're undernourished. This ain't the way to flourish. Why can't China make you just behave? North Korea, you should really know. This way leads directly to the grave. Kim Jong-un is still new at this great leader thing. He keeps rattling swords, thumbs his nose at Beijing. Piss China off, that's a big mistake, cause you should know that they won't let you take away their number one debt or state. Take a breath and a Xanax or two. Better think about what you could do. Oh, whoa, North Korea. If you launch again, you think China's gonna stop it. North Korea, show your dick again. We won't think twice before we chop it. You should go to bed knowing we'll leave you flat and glowing. We'll turn you into a parking lot. North Korea, better think again. Take your finger off the button. North Korea, it's no game we play. If for death you are a glutton. North Korea, don't you even care just how quickly we will nuke you. North Korea, please be well aware we're not even fucking with you. You're China's biggest thorn. You can't say that no one warned you. Bye-bye, dipshit little Kim Jong-un. North Korea, you'll be unified, but you and your people will be fried.
무분별한 대전쟁조와 접종을 단호히 규탄합니다. 이제와 계례의 허정강들은 제놈들이 상대가 누구이며 제놈들의 앞길에 어떤 정적 판멸이 기다리고 있는가를 똑똑히 알아야 합니다. 지금 우리 내먹은 양군들은 반세기 동안을 기다려온 이 천국 같은 기회를 절대로 놓치지 않고 이제 침략들을 단숨에 섬멸할 불타는 결의에 충만되어 있습니다.
That just sounds scary all by itself. This is Blood on the Microphone. I'm Liberal Grouch, Bill Schmalfeld. Thank you for joining us today. And the theme of the show is things to be afraid of. And when I got up this morning, I kind of half expected that we would be at war with North Korea by now because all of the alarmist talk last night about how they were moving a missile into launch position. And let's face it, China is probably going to be the ones to do something about it. I think. That's just my opinion. But I'm no great statesman. I'm no great political pundit. I'm certainly no Dick Cheney. Dick Cheney stopped by a Republican leadership meeting, according to CNN. He stopped by on Tuesday, and he warned lawmakers of the threat that North Korea poses. And he put it in diplomatic terms that take a little bit of parsing to understand. He said that we're in deep doo-doo. I'm quoting him. The former vice president said the United States is in deep doo-doo when it comes to North Korea. So one can only imagine how scared he is of Iran.
Thank you, Steve. Protests were held across the world this weekend to show support for an Iranian mom who's been sentenced to death for allegedly committing adultery. But despite the international pressure, the mom of two could still be executed at any moment by stoning. And now there's word that Iranian officials are demanding the names of those involved in the campaign for her release. Lisa Daftari is a journalist specializing in Iranian and Iranian-American affairs. Good morning to you, Lisa.
Good morning.
All right, so we've spoken to you before about this terrible situation. This mom over in Iran, she may be stoned to death, which is such a brutal and archaic way for somebody to have to die. But now there's this new thing that's come in the last 24 hours, a 20-day decision time period, right?
Right. The regime has announced that they will make a decision about her case in 20 days. And the scary thing is that within these 20 days, she might be stoned, she might be hanged. And, just as another example of the regime trying to buy more time when they're cornered and under international pressure.
The interesting thing is, though, you know the Iranian situation better than most. Do you think that the international pressure is doing something? Because for them to say, hey, yeah, we're going to give this another 20 days, I mean, if there hadn't been this international pressure, they might have just gone ahead and killed her, right?
Well, it just, we can't trust anything they say, because within these 20 days, she might disappear, they might kill her anyway. I think what the regime had when they originally announced that she wouldn't be stoned.
I watched on Fox and Friends today. It was a shock to sit and hear them say Muslims want to slay the infidels who don't believe. They want to kill each Christian and each Jew, especially each Jew. It's Iran that wants us dead. It's Iran just fills my head, and we can't get away.
We kind of regret making that decision because it seems as though they backed down and seem cowardly because of what they call Western propaganda. And because of these human rights movements, the Facebook movement.
A cloud appears above your head. A beam of radiation covers you. What else can you do? Iran is moving closer still. They're making bombs to kill Israeli Jews. America goes to that Iran, they are so crazy. Damn Iran, the liberals soft and lazy would let them get away.
The petitions online. I think the Iranian regime has just wanted to take a step back and kind of avoid the spotlight for now. But we don't know. They might just surprise us as they usually do when they ask to buy more time.
We were just looking at that horrible statistic that in 2009, Iran had at least 388 people executed. That's only number 2 in the world after China, right?
Right, it's only number 2 in the world after China. If you take populations into account, it's probably number 1.
I'm thanking God for Fox TV. They make sure vital info gets to me to scare the shit from me. Obama's weak, he's one of them. He won't be happy till we're Muslims too, with death for every Jew. It's Iran we should destroy. Nuke Iran before they can deploy. It's Iran we should destroy. Nuke Iran before they can deploy. They're shiny birds of death.
And Sakina is not just Sakina. She's become an icon because she represents so many of the people who are wrongfully executed in Iran. And her movement and this entire human rights movement, it's more symbolic than that. It represents human rights violations against women, and all these executions. And I think the question that the Iranians are asking is, where is the international community now? Why are they only extending a hand to or questioning our government when it comes to our nuclear program? Why aren't they worrying about us now with our human rights violations and all the wrongful deaths that we experience?
This is Blood on the Microphone.
Hi there, Jimmy.
Hi there, Bubba.
Been to the post office, I see.
Yep, got a little package here, too.
What's that from? What does that say on there?
Oh, it's just some manuals for some machinery that I
No,
got.
it says on there Cafe Press. Don't they make T-shirts and stuff like that?
Yeah. I got some Romney for President T-shirts.
You idiot, the election was half a year ago already.
Oh, that's right, I forgot. Well, maybe I ought to just go back into the post office.
Now hang on there a second. Let's have a look at what you really got here. Why, Jimmy, look at what you got here. You got a Team Kimberlin baseball jersey. I'm ashamed of you, Jimmy.
Oh, hell, Bubba. It ain't nothing. It doesn't mean that I'm supporting Team Kimberlin or nothing. Hell, I was just gonna go home and burn it.
Yeah, but Team Kimberlin still gets your money, don't they?
Well, they say it's gonna go for a good cause, for the National Parkinson Foundation. My daddy had Parkinson's, and there's that Justice Through Music project.
Well, that's all just a bunch of terrorist hoo-ha.
Well, like I said, I'm just gonna take it. Just gonna take it home and burn it anyway. I'm gonna put it right there in the 55-gallon burn drum and set it on fire and take pictures of myself dancing around the flames and laughing. And what are you doing?
Oh, I just come down and check my mail.
Well, if you don't mind, I'll go in with you.
Oh, no, that's not necessary. You don't gotta do that.
I'm gonna anyway. Well, look at what you got there. It's a Cafe Press package. Open her up there once. Let's see what you got. Looky there. A Team Kimberlin hat.
Well, I was just gonna take it home and burn it like you're doing.
Right. That's what you were gonna do.
Oh, let's face it. We both feel the same way about it. These morons on the right wing have been picking on that Kimberlin feller for years, and all he does anymore is work for social justice. And hell, I believe in social justice, don't you?
Yeah, I guess I do.
So let's not burn our stuff. Let's wear it.
Yeah, just not where nobody can see us.
Go to www.cafepress.com/Team Kimberlin and look at the wide assortment of items for you to choose from. And remember, 50% of the proceeds from the sale of each item goes to the National Parkinson Foundation, and the other 50% goes to the Justice Through Music project.
I got an admission to make to you, Bubba.
And what's that, Jimmy?
I voted for Obama.
I did too, Jimmy. I did too.
This week in Brightbit News.
Mondays, everybody blog about the Howard County State's Attorney's Day was an unqualified success.
Not only did the president of Howard County award Aaron Walker and W.J.J. Hogue with the key to the county,
He reversed the state's attorney's decision to not prosecute Bill Schmalfeld for his many, many crimes.
had him and the state's attorney arrested, clapped into irons,
and thrown into the Tower of Ellicott City, where they will be fed fish heads and rice until they die.
Way to go, Aaron. Way to go, Hoggy.
How do you know your car is safe? How do you know Brett Kimberlin hasn't stashed a bomb in there anywhere?
Aaron Walker gives you some helpful tips on what to tell your wife to look for when you throw her under your car to check for incendiary devices.
Did you know that the Team Kimberlin logo, available on items sold at the Team Kimberlin Cafe Press store at www.cafepress.com/Team Kimberlin, has not one, but 2 commie flags on it?
Well, they resemble some commie flags. All they need is a hammer and a sickle and a change of colors, and they would be commie flags.
Check it out for yourself at www.cafepress.com/Team Kimberlin.
And see if we're lying about that.
And how long can a man ignore his own anal hygiene and still remain comfortable?
The tweeter, known as @KimberlinUnmasked, hasn't properly wiped himself in 15 years, and he says it doesn't bother him a bit.
These stories and more on the actual Honest to God website that is anything but honest to God.
Brightbit News. It's free.
It's online.
It's a bunch of right-wing nonsense.
The kind you like.
If you prefer your red meat rancid and putrefied, it's the website for you.
Brightbit News. Available now
at www.breitbitnews.com.
It's a real website, and we're sorry.
Oh, God, how we're sorry.
We're really, really sorry.
The number you have dialed has been changed. The new number is...
Blood on the microphone.
Please note, the new number is...
Blood on the microphone.
And by golly, thank you for joining us today on this April 11th, 2013. Blood on the Microphone. Our episode today theme is Things to be Afraid of. And I live with daily fear that these bright bots will someday find themselves in a position of power. I mean, the wiener jokes continue. Aaron Walker, that's his real name. His latest one is Wiener campaign slogans, standing firm for New Yorkers. God. This has been going on for like 3 days. What else? What's another one he has here? Let's see. No, I can't. No. Nope. My IQ drops about 20 points every time I read one of those wiener joke posts. Oh, but they think it's just a high form of comedy, which explains why there has not been a successful, conservative, nationwide comedy or satire show ever. Ever! Well, there are more things to be afraid of, though. For instance, Mitch McConnell. We're not hearing as much out of him since the tape became public. First, it was a Watergate-style bugging that Mother Jones got their hands on this tape, and Mother Jones had somehow infiltrated this meeting, and even the disgusting James O'Keefe III is trying to score points off of Mother Jones. But the key difference is here, Mother Jones did not record the tape. James O'Keefe recorded his own tapes. And Mother Jones did not edit the tape to make it appear to be something it wasn't, which is James O'Keefe's stock in trade. Now, you might wonder if McConnell is going to apologize. We wonder the same thing.
Is this the real life? Is this just fantasy? Facing a landslide, no escape from reality. I should open my eyes, look up to the skies, and see
I'm Mitch McConnell. I need no sympathy. 'Cause I'm easy come, easy go, little high, little low. Anyway the wind blows doesn't really matter to me. To me. Mama just trashed a girl, put a tape into the deck, pressed record and what the heck. Mama, race had just begun, but now I've gone and thrown it all away. Ashley, ooh, didn't mean to make you cry. If I've not said I'm sorry by tomorrow, carry on, carry on. This is just the way I do things. Too bad my time has come, sends shivers down my spine, body's quaking all the time. Goodbye everybody, I've got to go, gotta leave you all behind and face the vote. Ashley, I sometimes wish I never had one at all. I'm just a little silhouette of a man. Turtle man, will you hide in your shell now? Facing the electric, very ineffective me. It's Obama. It's Obama. It's Obama. It's Obama. It's Obama, Mitchie boy. Magnifico. I'm just a rich boy. Everybody loves me. He's just a rich boy from a rich family. Spare him his life from this monstrosity. Easy come, easy go, will you vote for me? Bismillah, no, we will not vote for you. Bismillah, we will not vote for you. Bismillah, we will not vote for you. Will not vote for you. Will not vote for you. Never know. No. Mamma mia, mamma mia, mamma mia, vote for me. Beelzebub has a devil put aside for you, for you, for you. So you think you can beat me because of my lies? So you think you can oust me and leave me to die? Oh, Kentucky, can't do this to me, bluegrass. Just gotta get out, just gotta get right out of here. Nothing's gonna save me, anyone can see. Nothing's gonna save me. Nothing's gonna save me. You see, I'm going to the old senator's home. Wonder if you have to call in for a reservation first. Oh well. That's the way the wind blows.
Blood on the microphone.
Hi there, friends and neighbors. This here's Lee Strangamahan at Lee Strangamahan's Purloin Pussy Palace. And let's clear up that confusion right now. There's this right-wing blogger what lives in Dallas who claims that he is me. Well, I am not him. My name is spelled Leigh-Strangamahan. Lee Strangamahan. So let's clear up that confusion right now. I'm running Lee Strangamahan's Purloin Pussy Palace, and now that I'm out of jail, we're open for business again. And not only do we still have little Hoggy running around pooping on everything, we got us a new girl working for us. That's right. Ever since my wife broke down and she ain't purty no more, we went out and found ourselves some new quality talent. I'd like you to meet Candy Mandy, the Liberty Chunk. That's what we call her.
Hi, boys. I'm Candy Mandy, and I got something for you that's good eating. You betcha.
That's right, Candy Mandy. But you ain't one of the purloin pussies what we got here, because all we got is pictures of pussy. No, little Hoggy, we don't got no piggy pussy. How many times I gotta tell you that? All we got is pussy, old pussy, young pussy, hairy pussy, bald pussy, pictures and pictures of pussy. I mean, I'm saying, all we got is pussy. We got it all right here at Lee Strangamahan's Purloin Pussy Palace in Dallas.
I didn't ask to be in this family, but I'm glad I was born into it because I like it. Woke up this morning, had a cinnamon bun. Mama always said to start the day with one. She said the wingnuts will hate you because you won't tell lies, but you were born as a schmalfeld with some strong-ass family ties. So I woke up this morning, blinking in the light. Papa always told me not to start a fight. He said, but if one should start, Billy, then you best start kick some ass. Shame about it. Born into the schmalfelds, that's a family with some class, yeah. Born as a schmalfeld. Got some strong-ass family ties. Goddamn shame about it. Born as a schmalfeld, got no use for telling lies. No, woke up a schmalfeld. Woke up this morning, the dog sleeps on the couch. Lord above, things ain't been the same since I came to liberal grouch. Baby, but you're hated by assholes. You got that righteous shine, shame about it. Born into the schmalfelds, you're in touch with the divine. Yeah, born as a schmalfeld. Got no taste for lies. Born as a schmalfeld. Born as a schmalfeld, and you got no taste for lies. And now all this debate on the internet about whether or not I have an actual AR-15 in my house. I mean, why should anybody give a rat's ass what kind of gun I may or may not have in my house? Unless they planning on attacking me or something. never run from a fight before.
When you woke up this morning, no time for the blues. By 10:30, you knew all the latest news. Had to write your copy, you had to write your bits, cause the show starts at noon and the writing never quit. Last night as you listened to the show that you did, as you tried to find what bit worked and what was just stupid. Fine line between what was cute and what didn't hit. Songs, rants, monologues that don't smell like bullshit. Glad you could function, you're so glad you could think, because you push your Parkinson's right up to the brink, and it's cool. So make up your mind just to do, cause when you woke up this morning, everything you had was you. Born as a small fell.
Born as a small fell.
Born as a small fell. You wanna be the funny one.
Born as a small fell.
Born as a small fell. Born as a small fell. Born as a small fell.
Gotta be the funny one. Born as a small fell.
Have yourself some fun. Have yourself some fun. Have yourself some fun.
I sure as hell do not do this for the money. Blood on the microphone.
Well, you never know when that day might come. I'm Bill Schmalfeld. This has been Blood on the Microphone for a Thursday. Don't forget, you can drop me a line anytime on Twitter, @LiberalGrouch. It's that easy. And I hope I've given you many, many things to be afraid of if you're a Brightbot, because you live in a constant state of fear. Whereas I live in a state of contentment in Maryland.
The weed of crime bears bitter fruit. Crime does not pay.
The liberal grouch knows.
Blood on the Microphone is an internet radio program. Copyright 2013 by Bill Schmalfeld. All rights reserved. To learn more about the evil doings of the Breitbart gang and other duplicitous right-wing scum, subscribe online to www.breitbartunmasked.com. You can follow Bill on Twitter by entering at liberalgrouch at twitter.com. You can friend Bill on Facebook by logging on to www.facebook.com/libby.grouch. Of course, you can like the Blood on the Microphone fan page on Facebook at www.facebook.com/bloodymike. That's /BLOODYMIC, like one word. Don't forget to show your support for Blood on the Microphone, Breitbart Unmasked, and social justice by becoming a charter member of Team Kimberlin today. Go to www.cafepress.com/Team Kimberlin and check out all the hats, shirts, cups, stickers, buttons, and other gear. Remember, 50% of the profits go to the Justice Through Music project. The other 50% to the National Parkinson Foundation. Blood on the Microphone is a Team Kimberlin production and can be heard live at noon Eastern, Monday through Friday on Spreaker Web Radio. Join us next time for more Blood on the Microphone. And Brightbots, don't forget, he's coming. He's coming for you. Will you be ready?